Good morning, I'm Sunetra Chaudhary, political editor of the Hindustan Times, bringing you all that you need to know about COVID-19 on Friday, the 17th of July. First up, a look at the numbers. In just the last 24 hours, we've seen 36,247 cases. The number of deaths stands at 25,594, which brings us to our top story. There are now 1 million COVID-19 cases across the country. We are now the third worst impacted country, and to get to these million cases, it took 137 days. Now, the doubling rate in the country of infections, the number of time it takes for the cases to double, is just a little over 20 days, which means the next million cases could come in less than a month. Now, this means that we may surpass TB. COVID-19 could surpass tuberculosis as the worst and deadliest infection to impact a country. In the last year, tuberculosis impacted 2.4 million people in India. The focus is on rural areas where medical facilities aren't as good, and of course that's where the disease is spreading now. So let's take a look at these million cases a little more closely. The road to 1 million means that there are, and this is the good part, 635,000 recovered people. So at the moment, the number of active cases, the people who are suffering from corona infection at the moment, is 343,000 cases. The other good news is, of course, as we've been saying constantly, the recovery rate, the fatality rate as well, is much lesser here in India as compared to the world. Globally, 4.3% of the people who contract the infection die. In India, that number is 2.5%. And the testing, which needs to improve significantly in India, because that's what experts are saying is the key to stopping the spread of the virus, is 9,558 per million of the population, which is much more, above 30,000 in other countries who have managed the disease better than us. Now, if we look at the other trend, where are these cases coming from? Remember, as we said, the hotspots are constantly changing. Well, half of the active cases, these 343,000 active cases, half of them are limited to just 10 cities. Now, 3 of all these active cases out of these 10 cities are all in Maharashtra. Which are these places? Thane, which is the worst impacted city in India, Pune and Mumbai. So 3 of the worst impacted cities are in Maharashtra, and 10 of them are across the country, 10 worst detected, and that's where all of these active cases are. Half of the active cases in 10 of those cities. Hyderabad has the second highest of active cases, and Delhi has the lowest proportion. Out of these 10 cities that are there, Delhi has the lowest proportion of active cases, only 15% of the cases. Well, one of the people impacted is 81-year-old Varvara Rao, who is a noted poet and activist. He was arrested 22 months ago in the Algar Parishad case. His family is now alleging that there has been gross negligence, that he's so ill that he's unable to walk by himself, that he is unable to brush his teeth. He has been suffering due to neglect in jail. Jail authorities, of course, completely deny this, but now he has contracted the coronavirus and is in hospital in Maharashtra. So this is a story that is developing, and also the family alleging of the 81-year-old poet activist that the authorities have acted with criminal negligence. They had a press conference short while ago as well. Speaking of people in custody, among the 900 people who were detained in March for the religious congregation that took place in the capital is a 16-year-old Ukrainian. He wasn't charged officially, but his father was detained, and so he has been stuck in the country without his mother for 5 months now. It was meant to be a 3-month holiday in Nepal and in India after his exams. The 16-year-old met with the Hindustan Times team to talk about how he misses his mother, how he misses the view of the sea, and it's been especially hard for him in Delhi summer, which is something that he's completely not used to. The authorities said that they weren't aware that there was a minor that was stuck among those who were detained here, the Tablighi Jamaats who've been in quarantine centers. He and his father now say that they're waiting for Indian authorities to release them so that they can finally go home. Those are the news updates for now. Keep tracking them on HindustanTimes.com.